Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here. Hope you're well. We are going to start creating the eyebrows. So you've got two options really for the eyebrows. You can go and make a single line with a bend in it and have the same thickness all the way through, which is okay. That's a basic level. We'll do that on one side. And then on the other, what we'll do is we need to go around the outside of the eyebrow with the pen, because if we look closely at the eyebrow itself, it isn't really one thickness. However, you can use it as one thickness. There's nothing wrong with that. So if we do that on the other side, so I'm going to hold down Shift and just move over to the other side here, like that. We get the pen tool. I need to go and make a new layer and call this eyebrow. And so we can go and just drag that out like so. And then stop it on there. And you can see that I've just got that bend. In fact, what I should do is double click that at the end. I'm probably going to have to move that down and drag it. However, we can go up to about to the thickness, to the actual thickness of the eyebrow itself. And you can see that this doesn't really taper. And tapering is where it sort of goes down to a fine point. And you can just have it as a single bend like that. It does look a bit unnecessary with the actual bend in it there. However, you could go and edit the nodes and drag them around and see how it fits best in there. And you'd probably have to take it to the end, but that's it in its most basic form. But what we're going to do is we're going to go and trace the outside of the eyebrow, so we get that tapering there, we get that edge. And normally with female eyebrows, it rises here. If you're doing a man's eyebrow, it tends to sort of, you can see my eyebrows, it tends to peak here. That's just the way that usually men and women's eyebrows go. I'm going to go and just bend that slightly. And then down there to the point. I'm going to put an extra click in here. I'm going to bend that around. There, I'm just going to drag that out. And then I'm going to fill that in with black. Make sure S, select it. And there we go. And then we're going to go and soften those edges up with a zoom in. And using Shift. And to pull these. Pull that out to there. Soften that edge up. Shift and mouse wheel. And then see how that's going to look in a second. We have to drop that down a touch to see where the edge of the hairline is. There we go. Actually not so bad, that one. And the reason that you can probably see, I need to just undo that, Control Z. Just pull that out. This is why I wanted that edge in there, because it isn't totally like a sharp edge underneath there. You pull that out, look, you can see it's not quite that sharp an edge. Don't want that sharp edge on there. It's actually looking all right, because that's, pull that out a touch. You can see, do you see that disappear? So just make sure that these edges go up to that the eye line. So you can see the difference straight away. So you can see that while that eyebrow probably needs to come down to be a taper, I'll do that later. That taper needs to be a bit sharper. but you can see that that follows the hairline both at the top and the bottom. So if we turn her portrait layer off, both are absolutely fine. It depends what kind of style you want to keep. Looking at it, I might take some time to choose which one I want. I might keep that because it keeps in with the style, or I might go and round this off these edges here. This is too sharp, and go and round off all that edge off and round this off. That's probably what would make it a lot better, because that edge there is too sharp for her eyebrow. So when you come back to the next one, I've probably chosen one or the other. Look closely at your eyebrows, choose whether you want to do a single line or whether you want to fill it in completely. That's entirely up to you. So it depends on what you're doing. If you're following this, you can choose. If you've got your own, again, choose. If you get taken one off the page, it depends what kind of style you've got. As always, year 6, good luck.